Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippyGaming. So it's been quite some time since we've spoken about Stardew Valley here on the channel, and that's because for me, Stardew Valley is one of those games where I'm either playing it a whole bunch and it takes over my life, or I'm not playing it at all. You know, it's not really a casual game for me, it's a lifestyle choice. So I really wanted to delve back into the Stardew Valley universe, and I thought a great jumping off point for that would be the 1.4 update. So I decided to make it my mission to go back through every single tweet, every blog post, every Reddit thread, and try and find every strand of information and document it along the way. So in today's video, I'm going to give you every single piece of information we know about 1.4, and this includes new content, some small changes, and even kind of an idea at when this is going to release. So if you're excited for Stardew Valley 1.4, make sure to give the video a big fat thumbs up. And if you are new around here and you like what you see in today's video, maybe consider clicking the subscribe button, because here on ChippyGaming, I kind of like talking about news. 1.4 seems to be a magical number here on the channel, so stay tuned because I'll have some more Stardew Valley videos in the future. So with that out of the way, let's jump into everything we know about Stardew Valley 1.4. So the first thing that we got was a tweet from Concerned Ape, and it reads, "Hey everyone, just wanted to share this screenshot from the upcoming 1.4 update. It's a big one, and this image only reveals a fraction of what's coming. Featured here is the new farm map called Four Corners that's perfect for the much requested separate money option in multiplayer." So straight off the bat, before we jump into the image, we now know that in 1.4, when you're playing multiplayer, you will have the option to actually divide all of your finances up, and this will allow you to have little races. You know, the first to 100 million is kind of a popular trend with Stardew Valley. Now you'll be able to do it with your friends, which is even better. So here's a little look at the image. So what you can see inside of this image is, of course, the brand new farm layout, and as you can tell, it looks a little different. But inside of the image, we can see a brand new crafting bench. I'm not really sure exactly what this will do, but also in the image is a jukebox. Now, currently the only place you can get the jukebox is in the saloon, and originally there was meant to be a jukebox ring in Stardew Valley that would allow you to play all of the music that you wanted and the player could wear it, but it was scrapped from the game and it's currently an unobtainable item. And I have a feeling this is Concerned Ape's way of reincorporating that idea back into the game, because it would be pretty cool to be at your farm and select the music that you actually want to listen to, especially for those days when you've got a lot of work to do at the farm. Maybe you're clearing out for spring and you want to lay down some pavement. Now you can do that and you can listen to whatever tunes that you need. No Spotify required. He then followed up with another tweet that read, "I think my last tweet may have given the impression that the new update will be focused mostly on multiplayer stuff, so I want to make it clear that 95% of what's in the new update is meaningful for both single player and multiplayer. That's always my goal with new content." Simultaneously, the next free content update, 1.4, is coming along very well. It's packed with new stuff and quality of life features that I think will make playing Stardew Valley smoother and more fun. One example is the ability to pay Marlin to recover a lost item when you die in the mines. So when asked about what quality of life changes mean for Stardew Valley, he responded on Reddit by saying, "Things that make the game more convenient to play and smoothing out the annoying stuff. For example, in the new update, I'm adding in the feature so that when you hover over an item in your inventory, the community center note icon will pulse if that item is needed for a bundle, whereas in the game currently you have to scour through all of the bundles manually to make sure that you're not going to sell an item that you need." And this is great. I'm personally somebody that's always on the Wikipedia page. I've also got a physical book for this so that I can check through. But it is true, you do have to scour through quite a bit if you can't remember exactly what fish goes where or what bundle goes where. You know, this is a great change. Next up is another tweet from Concerned Ape, and it reads, "Another sneak peek into the upcoming 1.4 update. Introducing Fishing Ponds, a new farm building that allows you to raise fish and collect eggs and other products." So here in the image we can see 3 different variants of fishing ponds, which would allow me to assume that these are customizable. The first one that we can see is filled with coral, and I think what this is going to allow you to do is grow coral at your farm rather than taking a trip to the beach. As you know, coral can be turned into fertilizer. It's a pretty useful thing to have around. The There's also one next to it that's filled with squids, and we can see a squid leaping out of the water. This is an animation we've never seen before in Stardew Valley. I think it looks very cool, and I want to see it in complete action. And then below that, we have a fish pond where somebody is actually fishing something up. And on the signpost, we can see a sturgeon. Now, I'm not quite sure if this pond will have many different varieties of fish or it's exclusive to sturgeons. But next to the player, we can see that inside of these preserve jars are a bunch of fish eggs. So maybe you preserve some of the eggs and then you place them back into the water and then that grows the fish that you want to harvest. I'm not really sure how this all works. But that being said, it looks very cool. While we're on the topic of fishing, I saw that Concerned Ape responded to a comment on a Reddit thread and I thought it was pretty interesting. The person wrote, "Hi Eric, do you like the fishing mechanic as it currently is? I feel like it could be better somehow." He responded, "Yeah, I like it for the most part. I feel like there might be some issues with the difficulty curve, and in the next update I'm adding in a beginner's rod, which will help players who are struggling with getting into fishing. Hopefully that addresses the issue some." So in 1.4, we're going to be getting a brand new rod that should help out new players, which is great. I also found some stuff on Reddit that didn't really connect to any of the tweets that we'd seen, all regarding 1.4, so I'm going to run through that now. First up, where does Gunther go when the museum closes? Does he live in the museum? Who is he really? Concerned Ape responded, "This is one of the things that I'd rather not comment on because I like that people form their own theories for some of the characters and lore. But I will say that I have considered bringing Gunther out from behind the counter in a future update because I think he is an interesting character. Same with Marlon. So I don't know if this is actually in relation to 1.4 or something down the line, but I thought it was worth bringing up." Next up, any plans for adding more heart events, especially for our spouses? I missed some unique interactions with my Abigail. Concerned Ape responded, "You're going to like the next update." So, new Abigail event confirmed, which is pretty cool. Next up, are there plans to change anything with wool and cloth? I feel like I only ever keep the one bunny or sheep and only really use cloth for the bundles. Concerned Ape responded, "I agree about the cloth, and what I will say is that in the next update, there will likely be a new way to use cloth. So, maybe we're going to be able to make our own clothes. That would be pretty ace. I'd like that a hell of a lot. A red hat would be even better. Thank you very much." So, before I talk about a potential release date, I wanted to end with a tweet that I found to be pretty special. So, this is a tweet from Dan, full name Dangerously. Dangerously funny, if you haven't heard of him before. And he tweeted Concerned Ape saying, "Looking forward to all this new potential." Concerned Ape actually responded, "While I was putting in a certain obscure new feature, I'm guessing for 1.4, I was thinking to myself, I guarantee Dangerously Funny is going to make a video about this. We'll see." And then Dan responded, "Obscure is my favorite. It will be done, and it'll be done in a big way." And I just found this to be pretty special. Dangerously Funny is somebody who I believe really popularized Stardew Valley here on YouTube, and he does find the most obscurest of stuff. And it's cool that Concerned Ape recognized that. I just thought it was really sweet, and I wanted to chuck it into the video. Alright, so let's talk about a potential release date for Stardew Valley 1.4. Now, this is something that myself or nobody else will ever truly know until Concerned Ape officially confirms it. It's not been confirmed yet, but what we do know is that there are a few criteria that Concerned Ape is working towards before releasing this next update. So he said a couple of times in the past that the new update will not be spoken about in full or released until Xbox One and PlayStation 4 have both gotten the multiplayer update. Now, as it currently stands, PlayStation 4 has got the multiplayer update, but I believe there are some problems with the Xbox One version of the game. So once that is all sorted out and that update is out, I believe that is when 1.4 will officially release. Now, he did write a tweet about a week ago that said, 1.4 is in the works and will come out soon. As to my next solo developed game, I have purposely not revealed much about it yet for several reasons, but mostly I'm not ready to deal with the hype yet. I'd rather work on it in secret, and I think it'll be a better game for it. So, like it said in the tweet, 1.4 is in the works and it will come out soon. So, that's your release window. Soon. Which I believe to be before the end of 2019 or maybe even early 2020. Kind of like Terraria 1.4. Pretty strange, right? So that's going to round off my video about Stardew Valley 1.4 and everything you need to know. This is every piece of information I could find out there. Concerned Ape is not somebody who really spoils his updates, but as soon as we find out something else, I'll make a follow-up video and I'll keep you all in the loop. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up, and like I said at the start of the video, if you are new around here, please be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with all things Stardew Valley and Terraria if you like Terraria. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.